And of course, the big one that we're all really excited for, April 14th, KASAI Pro in New York City.
Ooh, yeah.
This is the second event that they've done. You were at the first one, right?
Oh yeah, first one, when was that? Back in December, I think, right? Back in early December. They came out on the scene. I thought they put out one of the best live shows, live jiu-jitsu shows I've ever been at. They have a huge mat for the grapplers, so they're never restarting people really. You know, the New York scene doesn't quite get as much love as like California and a few others, but there's a huge scene in New York, obviously. And
yeah, I think they've even sold the tickets out already for the live show. That's crazy.
There you go.
Great news.
So and I'm just super excited. KASAI Pro 2, they're coming back. It's going to be another great show, and they have like seriously brought out all the big guns because there's just plenty of big names and big matches. And I think kind of one of the ones that we're all really looking forward to is Gio Martinez versus Nicky Ryan. That's a match that I think just has everyone scratching their head. I'm thinking at how this one's gonna go.
Man, there's been so much buzz around this match for like months, right?
It's true.
That's what happens when you get Gordon Ryan campaigning to make the match, right? Everybody talking about it. So finally it's happening.
Finally it's happening. I know Chase just got back from San Diego, right?
That's right. That's right. I was out there just yesterday with Gio Martinez, seeing how he gets ready for Nicky.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
You were in New York.
So it was cool. We were here in the middle of the country, Austin, Texas, and Chase went to West Coast San Diego. I went to East Coast New York City, and man, I just love New York City. It's such a great place to go to, and especially Renzo Gracie Academy, going there. It's just crazy. It's really crazy going there because it's like I walked in the doors and in there is Gordon Ryan training in the gi, Nicky Ryan getting ready, you know, and John Danaher coaching him there. Craig Jones is there getting ready for his plethora of competitions that he has coming up. And Jake Shields is there, you know, a lot of like the younger Danaher Death Squad guys like Nick Ronan and Jason Rao. They're like, there's just so many super good guys on that mat, and they're all just trying to take each other's heads off. And like just going there and sitting on the side of the mat is like, it's an incredible experience. It's so much fun there.
And sorry, I was gonna and while we were in New York, you also caught up with Eddie Cummings.
And that's not that wasn't even all I did. That's true. That's very true. And then I got to go and hang out with Eddie Cummings. And man, Eddie's has such a mind for the sport. It's such a great experience to talk to him about.
And he's got a super fight on KASAI too.
And he's fighting Renato Canuto, which is just another bonkers fight because I think Renato really broke out in December at KASAI Pro 1 as a force to be reckoned with. Later on, he went on to win Nogi World Championships, but he had a great performance at KASAI. Looked incredible out there. Had a great match with Munch and with Gary Tonin. And so he's coming back, and he's going to fight another Danaher Death Squad guy, Eddie Cummings. So that's just another crazy bonkers fight. And then the middleweight tournament is there too.
Yeah, that's just Superfights. We haven't talked about the 8-man Grand Prix.
So. Yeah, and there's another super fight. You got AJ's got a super fight on there as well. But then the Grand Prix, well, I mean, middleweight tournament, call it what you like, but 8-man, 185-pound middleweight tournament. Get ready for this. 8 names, okay? Mateus Diniz, Craig Jones, DJ Jackson, Richie Boogeyman Martinez, Dante Leon, Mike Perez, Nick Calvinizzi, and Felipe Mota. That is a solid 8-man lineup right there.
So it's such an interesting mix of styles too. You know, you've got like DJ Jackson, who's just this powerhouse, super athletic, and you know, very dominant on the feet from the top position. And then you've got Craig Jones, who is more of like a guard player, really savvy with the leg locks. Mike Perez, I think you can speak to this more. You just saw him, but I think he was a really good late addition to this. Kind
of a wild card, huh?
Yeah, but he's like, man, when we had Craig here a couple weeks ago, he was saying like in 2015, I remember Perez was training. I think he was a purple belt at the time, and he was going to ADCC. And he was training heel hooks, and he was heel hooking the shit out of Craig Jones, which kind of sparked Craig Jones to start learning the heel hook game. So Mike Perez just got his black belt, I think, within like the last 12 months, and he's been waiting for a competition like this to show. He's a no-gi guy through and through, loves to wrestle, loves to go hard, he loves to scrap.
Pretty fearless, right?
Yeah, it was great. So I was in San Diego, and I met with Gio, and then I also drove down to Atos because we have Hulk going to Marianas, Brunowski's going to Marianas as well, and then of course Mike Perez is doing KASAI. And so when I spoke to Perez about KASAI, he said he wanted to face DJ. Interesting matchup right there. 2 really headstrong guys, ex-teammates, because as Mike Perez was on Lloyd Irvin back in the day. And I'm like, man, who goes to the ground first on that? Like, neither guy wants to play guard, right? And good luck taking down DJ. So, but same goes for Mike Perez. And yeah, we had a really fun conversation. I really was impressed with Mike Perez at ADCC. He goes in there, late edition, and faces Felipe Pena and Yuri Simoes, like two of the best ever.
And he fought Buchecha too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And he doesn't take a step back against anybody either, right?
It was great to hear him say, I'm like, what's it like facing someone like Yuri? You know, Yuri's super intense. It's an emotional dogfight, you know, and he's like, you have to bully back. How do you beat a bully? You know, you can't be intimidated. You have to fight back hard. And so I think he brings the great mentalities for KASAI, and I'm looking forward to him having a breakout performance because he's always been in the mix. He's a top guy. He just got his black belt, and you know now he needs a showcase event. So we'll see what happens at KASAI.
He usually competes as like a heavyweight, sometimes super. I think he's even done like ultra heavyweight competitions before. So this will be interesting.
He ain't that big.
He's not. But he's not that big. But
a brown belt no-gi world champion, and then one of my favorite performances from Mike Perez is when he fought Joao Assis on late notice at Fight to Win, and he played guard a lot in that match too.
He did.
And
Joao's much bigger.
much bigger.
He's probably got 40 pounds on him.
Yeah. So that was a fun one.
But one thing I want to talk about Gio real quick was I was really impressed by his competitiveness. I mean, I always viewed him as a laid-back guy that just was in it because he really enjoyed the game, and he does. He's all those things. But he also has this glint in his eyes where he's like, he loves the challenge. He loves being called out. And he said, I want to give him the match he wants. Like, I can't wait to prove myself, to represent my team. I'm in this to win. And it's not personal. He just loves the competition. So I really saw him fired up, man. He was training super hard. Ben Saunders was in the gym, MMA fighter, Killer B. Ricky Lule was also there from 10th Planet. So those guys rolled hard for over an hour and a half, just straight rounds. You know, the gym was fogged up, and it was really fun seeing to be around. And I really enjoyed just seeing how fired up Gio was, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, I got a question for you then, because you mentioned there about how Gio, he's obviously taken it very seriously, but the vibe I've been getting in general, because I spoke to Eddie Bravo last week, is that they're being very respectful, but they're taking the challenge very seriously. Is that
100%? Absolutely. You know, Gio was very clear to say, I love playing the sport. I love the game. There's no malice here. But yeah, I'm here to win. Yeah, I'm here to beat you, and I'm ready to bring it to you. You know.
And then let me flip that around then, because on the other side, obviously, Nikki, you spoke to John Danaher, and something interesting came up in conversation there, because people were pushing for the for the Gio versus Nikki match, but it was actually John who was reluctant to make that match happen, right?
Yeah, that's true. He did say he if it were up to him completely, he would have waited just a little bit longer, you know, until Nikki had more physically matured. But just to speak to what Nikki kind of had to say too, because I think he's sensing that people are excited about the match, but people aren't really giving him a shot. And I think he really sees himself as the underdog. You know, I think people are like, if Eddie Cummings couldn't beat Gio Martinez, how can Nicky Ryan beat Gio Martinez? So I think he's really seriously being like, no, like I understand that this is a big match, and a lot of people are going to be watching this match, and like this is my time to prove everybody wrong that I can hang with the best 10th Planet black belt out there, and that's how they describe Gio Martinez, as the best 10th Planet black belt.
Absolutely, and this is the crazy thing about Nicky is sometimes we say it over and over and over. Oh, 16-year-old Nicky Ryan, 16-year-old Nicky Ryan. But you look at him, his composure, his performances, his results are much more mature than his age, right? But I'm amazed at that attitude, man. A 16-year-old kid to have that much self-awareness, that's incredible.
Man, it was actually really funny. I was talking to John, and he was like, you know, although Nicky Ryan is 16 years old, you know, compared to everybody in the group, Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan, he's the most mature out of all of them. He's like, and John even said, myself included. Nicky is light years mature beyond all the rest of the group.
He's got the horrified younger brother thing going, like, oh my God, these animals.